Toronto hockey fans, buckle up. The winds of change are sweeping through the Maple Leafs organization this offseason, promising one of the most eventful summers in years. Leadership has shifted, familiar faces may be departing, and for once, GM Brad Treliving will have full autonomy to mold the roster. With a generous cap space at his disposal and a mandate to finally push the Leafs over the playoff hump, which free agents should he pursue? Before we skate any further, use these next 20 seconds to smash that hype button right now. Your enthusiasm and engagement are what help our channel grow. And the bigger this community, the more Maple Leafs breaking news and analysis you'll get all season long. Ready for 6 game-changing targets? Let's dive into the possibilities that could reshape the Leafs' future. A franchise at a crossroads, Maple Leafs' summer of transition. This is a true changing of the guard in Toronto, with team president Brendan Shanahan gone and the likelihood that Mitch Marner will follow him out of town. A new chapter is being written for the Maple Leafs. It's also the first offseason in nearly a decade that GM Brad Treliving will operate without the influential oversight of Shanahan, who is rumored to have blocked multiple trades in the past. Now unchained, Treliving has resources and freedom, over $25 million in cap room, to construct his vision for the Leafs' next era. The bright spots: defense looks solid with 7 rear guards locked in, and between Joseph Woll and Anthony Stollar's goaltending is set. But the forward group? It's likely to be without Marner's game-changing offense for the first time in 10 years. That's over 100 points to replace, a monumental challenge made tougher by the shallow UFA market for star scorers. It's up to Treliving to get creative, balancing savvy spending with internal promotions, and possibly making a splash in the trade market. Financial flexibility and the Tavares discount. Money matters in the cap era, and the Leafs actually find themselves with rare breathing room. The expected return of Captain John Tavares at a new, heavily discounted contract, reportedly half of his previous $11 million AAV, gives Treliving around $20 million to play with after accounting for Tavares' deal and pending RFA signings like Matthew Knies. Replacing Marner's production is unrealistic through free agency alone, but the right blend of multidimensional forwards could help offset his loss and create a deeper, more unpredictable attack. Let's break down 6 UFA possibilities, each bringing something unique to the table. The top 6 targets. Who should the Leafs pursue? 1. Nikolai Ehlers, dynamic scorer with playoff bite. Imagine a winger who, at 28, is peaking at just the right time. Ehlers finished the regular season with 24 goals and 39 assists for 63 points over 69 games for the Winnipeg Jets, then tacked on 7 points in just 8 playoff games. While he doesn't match Marner's dazzling 102-point pace, Ehlers provides explosive offense and speed on the left wing, a welcome upgrade over the likes of Bobby McMann, Nick Robertson, or Max Domi on the second line. Averaging over 16 minutes a night, Ehlers' athleticism and experience would mesh beautifully alongside John Tavares and William Nylander, helping retool the Leafs' forward group for both regular season punch and playoff grind. Signing him and another top 6 forward could strategically spread the scoring wealth and minimize the Marner-sized dent. 2. Patrick Kane, veteran star, playoff pedigree. Don't dismiss the idea of Patrick Kane donning Maple Leaf blue just yet. At 35, Kane is coming off a strong 1-year stint with Detroit, racking up 21 goals and 38 assists in 72 games at a $4 million cap hit. For Toronto, Kane could be the perfect high-reward, short-term fit on a 1-year deal. If the Leafs aim to eventually promote Easton Cowan into Marner's old spot, Kane can bridge the gap, and don't forget he's always shown sparkling chemistry with Austin Matthews, even talking about teaming up at the Olympics. Kane brings invaluable cup experience, 3 rings with Chicago, clutch playoff performances, and enough offense to transform a Knies-Matthews-Kane first line into one of the league's most creative. 3. Brad Marchand, agitator turned potential ally. Nothing would shake up the NHL narrative like seeing Brad Marchand in Toronto. The lifelong Leafs villain, now 37, just wrapped up a solid season splitting time between Boston and Florida. 23 goals and 28 assists for 51 points, plus 13 points in 15 playoff games so far. Marchand's wealth of playoff experience and championship mindset, Stanley Cup in 2011, could be transformative in Toronto's middle six, perhaps anchoring the third line's left wing. Known for his tenacity, leadership, and infuriating ability to get under opponent's skin, Marchand is the type of competitor you hate to play against but love to have in your dressing room come April. He may not be a long-term piece, but he's still a warrior who elevates his team in the postseason. For Brandon Tanev, heart and soul grinder to bolster the bottom six. Looking for grit, speed, and penalty-killing prowess? Brandon Tanev, brother of current Leafs defenseman Chris Tanev, brings those tools in spades. Logging 168 hits, 105 shot blocks, and chipping in 10 goals in 7-9 games for Seattle and Winnipeg, Tanev makes life miserable for opponents while anchoring the penalty kill. He's rarely relied upon for scoring, but in the postseason his physical impact is undeniable. 44 hits and 18 blocks in 13 playoff contests. Coming off a $3.5 million contract, he'd be a relatively affordable addition, and with existing family ties, could fit seamlessly into the Leafs culture. Imagine a hard-checking line of Tanev, Scott Laughton, and Max Domi, a group no team would want to face deep in the playoffs. 5. Sam Bennett, battle-tested center with Toronto roots. Some might view Sam Bennett as a villain, but his game is built for playoff hockey, and that's exactly what Toronto needs. At 28, Bennett is currently chasing back-to-back cups with Florida, tallying 25 goals, 26 assists, and an impressive 14 points in 15 playoff games this year. A career 70 points in 99 career playoff appearances speaks volumes about his readiness on the big stage. Bennett is a physical, two-way forward capable of playing up and down the lineup. As an Ontario native, he may be tempted by the prospect of guiding his hometown team to its first cup in nearly 6 decades, though Florida will certainly try to retain him. He'll be one of the pricier UFA options, but the payoff could be huge if Treliving can bring him home. 6. Steven Lorentz, reliable depth and homegrown grit. Sometimes, homegrown depth wins championships. Steven Lorentz, born in Kitchener and a lifelong Leafs fan, held down the fourth line admirably this year, posting 8 goals and 11 assists in 80 games. More importantly, his line provided strong defensive results and disrupted elite opponents, even adding 2 assists in 13 playoff games. After making just $775,000 last year, Lorentz could likely return on an inexpensive deal. He brings cup experience from Florida's run last season and could help solidify the Leafs' bottom 6 for less than $1 million, enabling Treliving to spend bigger at the top of the lineup. The big picture, building depth, chemistry, and playoff resilience. This is more than plug-and-play. No single free agent will fill Marner's shoes outright. But by adding a mix of scoring, grit, experience, and youth, the Leafs can turn a top-heavy lineup into a more resilient, unpredictable team. Treliving will likely use this flexibility to balance star power and hard-edge playoff performers, aiming to erase the ghosts of postseason's past. Expect a blend of marquee pursuits and value signings, and potentially a trade or two to maximize scoring depth and locker room fortitude. With a blank slate and real money to spend, this offseason could define the Maple Leafs' future for years to come. Whether Treliving leans into proven veterans like Kane and Marchand, invests in physical depth with Tanev, or bets big on a hometown hero like Bennett, the strategy will reveal not only his vision, but the ambition of a club and city hungry for their next Stanley Cup parade. What do you think? Which free agents should Toronto prioritize? And how would you spend that cap space? Are you in favor of building up playoff toughness, or do you want pure scoring to replace Marner? Share your predictions, wish lists, and hot takes in the comments below. And if you want more Leafs exclusives and insider scoops, don't forget to drop a like on this video. Stay tuned as the Blue and White's path to next season unfolds right here with you, every step of the way.